Gandalf, no doubt about it. By far. Legolas is a baby compared to Gandalf. Gandalf is an Ainu, a race that is older than time and space itself. The Ainur sang the universe into existence in a music called Ainulindale, directed by the over-god Eru, and those who felt called, later stepped down on Arda, Earth, to realize their vision of the world. A fitting comparison of the Ainur and their relation with Eru is that of angels to God. Among the Ainur there are weaker and stronger ones, the Valar being superior to the Maiar. Gandalf was a Maya, and his real name is Aloran, at least a version of it that got translated into Quenya, as the Ainur had an own, unpronounceable language called Valoran, Ibranethal Pathanetzel being a perfect example of the average length of its words. Both had strong reality warping powers, given they were tasked to shape the atmosphere, oceans and mountains of the earth, Arda, to make for a habitable sphere before the elves and humans awoke, which was several millennia later, although the Valar are comparable to deities, while most Maiar are more akin to minor spirits of nature. This means that even the oldest among the elves are still a lot younger than any of the Ainur, including Aloran. And Legolas wasn't even a particularly old elf. He was born in the 1st century of the Third Age, although exact dates aren't given, which means he's really young compared to Hypermethuseline Galadriel lest Iman, Tata and Enel, the elf fathers who did all experience the First Age, the longest of all ages of Arda, which did end some 3-5 millennia prior to Legolas' birth. The Ainur are not bound to a body. Their natural form is spirit, but they can adopt a physical shape if necessary, to easier interact with humans or elves and to experience the world in a different manner. As they are not bound by this shape, they can change it as they will. Ainur can get stuck in a shape by pouring too much of their spirit energy into their creations, although this effect is supposedly stronger if their intent is malicious, which happened to both Sauron and his master Melkor. Another way to get stuck is by engaging in the physicality of a body, e.g. by sleep, eating, drinking frequently, which they don't need to do per se, sexual union and conception, which happened to Melian, and similar, or by being subjected to the aging of the world, which weakens all supernatural beings equally, but is a very slow process resulting from the magic being slowly drained from Arda. Aloran was sent to Middle-earth as a member of the 5 Astari, an order of chosen Maiar tasked by the Valar to help humans and elves combat Sauron's forces in the Third Age of the world. To draw less mistrust and negative attention, he and his fellows agreed to let the Valar artificially limit their powers and lock them in the shape of old, wise men. Saruman and Radagast did belong to the Astari as well. The remaining 2 being Alatar and Palando, who went into the corrupted East, that was under Sauron's control, and did supposedly form Sauron opposing cults over there, though little is known about their ultimate fate and success. As the shape lock happened in the Third Age, this can coincide with Legolas' birth, making their physical shape slightly younger or older than his, and Gandalf the White's shape is much younger than Legolas. If one is to assume it was recreated after his death, I am not intent on opening the controversial topic on Ainur elves and their definition of dying now, but his conscious existence extends far beyond that of Legolas.